In this episode of Teach Me Something, Dale Archdekin attempts to teach our real estate expert, Long Doan, how to get the decision maker's phone number when you're speaking to someone who is not the decision maker. Dale Archdekin comes to us from Philly and is the founder of Smart Inside Sales. He's also been a residential real estate salesperson for almost 10 years. Will Long learn something new from Dale? We will find out on this episode of Welcome to Teach Me Something, where our experts have 2 minutes to teach something new. I'm your host, Jesse Zagorski. Meet Long Doan. Long knows a lot about everything, but specifically real estate and leadership. Long has sold thousands of houses, but there's one thing you should know about him. Every day, he is committed to learning something new. And if he doesn't learn something new, he has to read a book for at least 20 minutes. Long loves to learn, but he hates reading books. Well, that's not totally true, but you get the idea. And Long has a short attention span because his brain is always thinking, which is why our contestants only have 2 minutes. Let's see if Long can learn something new on Teach Me Something.
So this is going to be an interesting episode of Teach Me Something, Long, because we have Dale Archdekin, who is an amazing sales trainer, and we asked Tanya and Michael to come back. Right, they were our personal branding experts, and since they got to be little fly on the wall during Dale was a fly on the wall during their episode, we let them kind of listen in. So they're going to ask Dale some hard questions too. You good with that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. So Dale, we're going to put 2 minutes on the clock. Are you ready to rock?
I'm ready to roll, man.
All right, let's do this. We got 2 minutes to teach Long something new starting now.
So Long, I want to teach you how to get the decision maker's phone number, okay? When you're speaking to not the decision maker. So Long, when you're talking to a lead and it's not the decision maker and you ask them for their phone number, for the decision maker's phone number, they usually will say, give me yours, I'll have them call you, right? So let's just use that psychology and turn it around. So I'm going to do it in script here, and I'm going to get you to give me the decision maker's number, okay? So Long, you and I are having a conversation. You're a real estate lead. You're clearly not the decision maker. And I say, wow, Long, what's amazing is I would love to give your wife access to some of these off-market properties that would really match what she's looking for. Would you mind giving her my phone number and having her give me a call?
Sure.
Okay, great. Here's my number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're going to give that to her and have her give me a call, right, Long?
Correct.
Excellent. When do you think she'd be able to call me?
She can call whenever, I guess. Every time she calls, I answer, and it's never the same time.
Okay, got it. Well, let's say, if you could ask her to give me a call maybe later today or tomorrow, what I'll do is if I'm in a meeting, I'll step out. I just want to make sure I catch her call because we do have a limited access list for people. And I want to make sure she gets these houses just in case there's a perfect one in there. So, like I said, I'll step out of whatever meeting I'm in. What number will she be calling from? Just so I don't miss it.
987-65421.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going to look out for that. It was great talking to you along. I can't wait to talk to your wife. Now, that is a much better way to go around about getting your phone number. Just do it the way they're going to do it anyway. Hey, I'll take your number. I'll have them give you a call. Now, this is a little bit sneaky. I don't know how you feel about it, right? We don't usually use entirely sneaky scripts, but this one actually works.
That's awesome.
Good.
You got 10 seconds to spare it.
I got 10 seconds.
I don't think it's sneaky at all. Okay, it's sneaky if you take the number and then you start cold calling the wife over and over and over again, but not doing that. Okay, you're being respectful, and then you're just saving them in your phone because truly, how many agents? Let's be honest, Long. How many of your agents at your company actually answer every number when their phone rings?
Small percentage.
Small, and I know that agents make their money answering their phone, but somehow we don't. But yet, in this case, you'll actually save the number, and then when it rings, you'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna answer it because it's so and so's wife." I love that.
And if she doesn't call tonight and I just happen to remember something else I really want to tell her that I forgot to tell her husband, maybe I'll just reach out to her. Hey, just spoke to your husband earlier. He said you were looking for this, gave me your number and said that you were really the person who's spearheading this. Let me tell you about these houses over here.
I love it. Long, what questions you got?
I mean, it's pretty straightforward, self-explanatory. I guess the only thing would be every now and then someone will say no to it. So what's the next, to overcome the objection? What will be the next level?
Honestly, if they say no to that, here's what I discovered is that 90% of the people, if you say, hey, Long, what's your wife's number? I'd like to get in touch with her. They're going to say, give me your number. I'll have her call you. Right. If you use this script, I would say usually we get about 60 to 70% of the people who don't realize what they're doing and they give us the number. If you refuse after that, I'm just going to let it go, man. And I'm going to respect the fact that you said you can't call my wife directly. She's going to call you, right? At least I gave it a good college try. And I more than 4x'd my opportunities of actually getting that contact info over doing it the old fashioned bad way.
That's cool.
I love that. I got to ask Tanya and Michael because I see heads nodding. So Tanya and Michael are personal branding experts. From a personal branding standpoint, guys, how does that script resonate? If you were a client and you heard someone use that script, how would that sit for you from a personal branding standpoint?
It would sit good, actually. In fact, you could infuse your brand, right? Like say, you could say, I'm the lifestyle locator. Right. So I would love to get her the exact properties that she's looking for. And then you ask for that number in the reverse script, like he said. But then also I thought that if you do get that second no, just you've already established a time that you think that she would be calling. So you could reach back out to that original contact and say, hey, by the way, we have off-market properties. I really don't want y'all to miss out on these opportunities. And she didn't get a chance to call me. And it also opens the door for, I would say, another chance to ask for that decision maker's phone call. So.
Yeah, I love the concept. About a little over halfway through it, I could see where you were going. And I honestly was like mad because I hadn't thought of it myself.
It's so good. I've never heard this script. I'm a script nerd, dude. Dale, it's great. In case, by the way, I know we talked a little about it in the intro, but Dale's company, Smart Inside Sales, this is the type of stuff, like you said, it's not always sneaky. And I don't think this one's even sneaky, by the way. I just think this one's brilliant. Like, you have lots of stuff like this. I love this stuff. Long, do you have any other questions about anything else sales related before we wrap up with Dale?
Nope.
Long's like, no, I'm going to use it. That's great.
All right. So I got, this one's going to be short and sweet. So Long, I got to ask you, did Dale teach you something new?
Well, absolutely. I'm actually going to share this with my business partner, Mike Bonet, so he can teach our lead team how to get the decision maker phone number.
That's why this is so short, Dale, because we're all just we just want to go use it. It's so good.
I just wanted to see Long excited because listen, in my company, we're not so script heavy, right? So I'm like, what can I teach Long in just 2 minutes that's going to be script oriented, that's going to make an impact? And I'm like, the phone number one, that's always a hit.
It's a good one. It's a good party trick. Well, Dale, thank you for being here. Any last thoughts that you want to add before we wrap up from anybody?
I would say don't get stuck on scripts, but when you find something that works, use it. It's like a can opener, right? Ain't fancy, but it gets the job done.
Produced by the Agent Collective Media Network.